Let's talk about the different structural forces that act on buildings. We'll touch on live loads and dead loads. Here's an example of a typical structural system for a building. The purpose of the structural system is to hold up the inhabitants and to stand firm. Loads rest on the structural system and they are borne down through the foundation into the earth below. Loads can be categorized in two different ways, static and dynamic. Static loads tend to be the same throughout the life of the building. They include the weight of the construction itself, so the weight of the building materials. They include the people in the building. We use a statistical average for that. They include the earth that is pressing on the foundation of a building. And they also include water, such as groundwater, rain, and snow. Dynamic loads, on the other hand, vary wildly and we're usually talking about strong natural effects like an earthquake or a hurricane. These are typically horizontal forces, and they're so different than the static loads that we have to treat them differently. So let's go into a little more detail about static loads. They can be split into two categories called dead loads and live loads. Dead loads are things that stay the same, and they include the weight of the building, settlement, which is your building settling into the ground, thermal stretches. I said stretches, but I meant stresses. Thermal stresses, which is the building expanding and contracting in different temperatures. And they include ground pressure. So the ground is actually pushing on your foundation, and that's what's holding it up. And also water pressure. Live loads are things that move around and tend to change more than the dead loads. So live loads include the live people inside your building. So those are the occupancy loads. That includes people, furniture, anything that you move in and out of the building. Even equipment can be an occupancy load sometimes. Also snow and rain loads, because they do change over time, are live loads. So as we end this topic, what I'd like you to do right now is stop the video, pause the video, and really sit and think for a second. What kind of static loads are acting in the room which you are sitting right now? Jot a little list, write it down, and then expand the question. What kind of static loads are acting on the building in which you are sitting right now? Think about it, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.